And so, in terms of the DST, the deceptive sexuality and trauma model, right? What was your biggest eye opener, right? That whoo, it's like, yeah, this was it. This one thing was a game changer for me. And everything is like it unlocked that secret passage, that secret door for you.
Well, the word illumination that Dr. Minwala uses has stood out to me. It's really hard to narrow down. There were so many eye opener aspects, but the word illumination and how Dr. Minwala saw that what he had heard over his career from victims' voices, from the voices of the men he's worked with, it all caused this illumination. Illumination is such a positive word. Illumination. We can
Mm.
do so much in the bright light of day when we have listened to and we've heard from the voices that have spoken to us. I when I was in that course, I thought back to all the therapists and everybody that I had spoken to over this 28-year marriage that I've been in. And there were so many things that I was saying that were not being heard. And
Excuse me.
so listening to and hearing, really hearing and seeking out the voices of those people that are integral parts of this story, the story of this couple that has a new baby on the way, listening, hearing, really hearing, and allowing it to illuminate your life and your perspective is, in my mind, was very eye opening. And that it's courageous and it's sacred work.
Yes, it is. It is. I think I'm going to chime in on this last question. The
Okay,
biggest
please
eye
do.
opening when I heard about the model, and I did the model before this class. I did it under helping couples heal,
Okay.
because he actually trained the coaches over there with the
Nice.
model. So this was my second round, going
Wow.
through it
Okay.
with him. And what stood out for me is that the turn on the lights, no lying, right? Just speaking the truth. That was the biggest thing. Because years ago, Holy Ghost gave me a direct message, right? Anything that is hidden can't be healed. No. And that is battling for the light, right? I actually have a devotional that I wrote, which is entitled Battling for the Light. Okay. So you have to be willing to battle the darkness, battle the shadows. And that's what this work is, right? Everything that was being done in the covert phase is being done in the shadows, is being done in the dark, right? You don't know that it's going on. But yet, truth is the game changer. It turns on the lights. It just, as you point out, illuminates everything. And so for
Yeah.
me, it's in line with my biblical position based on the lesson that Holy Ghost gave me several decades ago, right? Now that he spoke that to me and it's never left. That word is still there. And so it speaks to my values. Okay,
Mm.
so the telling the truth, not lying, not being deceptive, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it makes other people uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Sometimes people need to be uncomfortable. That's okay.
That's right.
Okay. So it's like it spoke to me on several levels. And then also as a Black person, um, a lot of this stuff, we go through it all the time. And so this model here can be used for racial issues, generational traumas that Black people have been going through. And in fact, I have already added several rooms to his rooms. Okay, that I
Yay.
already started doing that because I intend on using this to help Black people heal from the legacy of slavery, the trauma that came with that, and even the racism that we still face now because of our skin, you know. And
Hmm.
so for me, it speaks to on that higher level of my value systems. And when I think of it, I'm in a place sometimes as a Black person where I have to have a secret basement for myself to be safe. Just because coming out and being truthful about certain things can cause repercussions and financial repercussions, okay, for me as a person. And that's not fair. That's not comfortable, you know, but I want to be able to live in the light and I want to not have a basement, but the basement sometimes is a safe place for Black people just because
Mm.
of what happens when you come out and you start saying
Mm.
things and getting the labels, right?
Wow.
Of being an angry Black woman or angry Black man, right? Or
Mm.
something like that. So his model has a lot of potential in it.
Wow.
It has a lot of potential in it. And I've been working on it, and I've discussed it with him before, and I will continue to discuss it with him because it really is something that can be utilized as a helping tool,
Nice.
to be able to help with that. Because who wants to live in a basement when you got a whole house?
Yeah, I
Okay, so there's certain
know.
things that you can do upstairs and other things that you can't, So it's almost like we're in that underground railroad again, that we have to be in
Wow.
here to exist and to be able to
Wow.
speak the real truth. And upstairs, we have to wear the mask. Okay, so upstairs in the house is where we wear the mask to share with the world, just so that way we're not labeled or judged or discriminated against or whatever it is, that we kept safe, that we actually can live a long life, right? Because in certain situations, you show your real self and that thing hurts, man. You get angry at that, you can end up dead. Okay, and that's a real reality. So, upstairs out in the open sometimes is not safe. So it's just interesting how his model speaks to all that stuff and that conflict, that
That's
conflict.
That's so good.
So yeah,
Yeah, and I think you said it. I wrote it down what you said, that truth is the highest form of love. Truth is the highest form of love. That's that's what you're
yeah,
saying, and Minwala's model
yeah.
encourages that fullness of love. Yeah, I appreciate all you said. Yeah, I'm so excited to hear, and I will look forward to hearing what the rooms are that you added for racial consideration. Really.
I'll be coming because with another project, delivered from Legacy of Slavery. That's my ministry that the Lord gave me, and so I've been working on that. And so it'll be coming out soon as I am able to get to finish up certain things, But I think that'll be very helpful, because there's another side to it. It's not just dealing with Black people. When the Lord gave it to me, it wasn't just one-sided, right? He gave me the other side. What did it cost white people to actually do this to another human being? Okay, so
Mhm.
there's that. And I've had interviews with people who have family members who are Ku Klux Klan members, card carrying. Okay, so I've had to go into some places and have some kind of
Whoa.
discussions. And
Whoa.
yeah, so it's not something that I'm taking lightly. The Lord is
Whoa.
opening the doors. And so I'm going through them with courage, even if I'm
Wow.
not comfortable in the spaces completely, but it's something that needs to be addressed because there was a cost, and then also dealing with what you call it, the Native Americans, right? Them
Yeah.
also, and then some Asian populations who have also gone through it. So he's setting it up because it's more than just that, it's the healing.
Yeah.
He's in the healing business. And many groups have gone through this
Mhm.
experience, this trauma that goes on with being treated as less than
Yeah.
or not as good as, or because of their skin color,
Mhm.
okay, or the shapes of their eyes or whatever. It's real, okay, and it has caused harm and it's a legacy of harm. And
Mhm.
so how do we actually heal that? And that ministry is actually for believers, right? It's to heal, to get us ready for when the Lord comes. So yeah,
How would we
it's
get how would we get a copy of Battling for the Light devotional?
oh, it's actually on Amazon.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, Battling for the Light. I think I have it under my initials, MJ Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's there.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Thank you. Yeah. Very helpful. I think it's very helpful anyway. you know.
Hmm.
But
I
I
love
love I
hearing
love
more.
writing devotionals, so
Yeah,
I have a few of them out.
I love that. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing.
You're welcome. You're
Can't
welcome.
wait to get it.
Okay. And I appreciate you making the time today to do the interview with me, and so I want to just sign off from everybody, you know, saying thank you to our guest, Colleen, for sharing her experience and also sharing some tips to help partners and also the sex addict, the abuser, sex addict, betrayer, as he is helping her heal and go through this process of, discovery, all
Mm-hmm.
right, of the betrayal trauma. Okay, and to be of support. So this way, the child does not have to experience the full weight of it, but that you can actually make it not necessarily you want to make it less damaging for the child. There might be
Mm-hmm.
some impact, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to be as bad if you
Mm-hmm.
take certain precautions. And one of them is telling the truth, walking in the
Yes,
light, giving her that, okay,
that's
being
right.
supportive, respecting boundaries, helping her, not criticizing her,
Mm-hmm.
okay, honoring where she's at right now in terms of what she can do and what she can't do, not throwing on unreasonable expectations on her, okay. And so that love and compassion, the kindness and care,
Mm-hmm.
the empathy are important tools to be able to use to help her as she is bringing the baby to term, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so just want to put that out there and say
Very
thank
good,
you again, Colleen.
Marie. Very good. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or think of anything afterwards, don't hesitate to reach out.
I will do that. I will do that. And again, I'm Michelle, the Breathe Easy coach from Bex Pasa, and I thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Bye bye.